So to this day, I don't even necessarily know what the prophecy is. I do have clues because the Lord has shown me. It's like the Lord told me, you are the only one who knows what the prophecy is. But every single time I do something and I don't even know what I'm doing, I hear someone say the prophecy is being fulfilled. The prophecy is being fulfilled. It's amazing because the Lord showed me a message that he had online. It said, I am keeping count in ways that you will never imagine, that you could never imagine. And knowing that the Lord's ways are not our ways, knowing that the Lord he works in mysterious ways, knowing that he is masterful and sovereign, I know that could mean the most amazing, most beautiful thing you ever could imagine. I know that could be when you finally do find out what he meant by that, you'll be blown away. Because that's what the Lord does. He blows people's minds. So I know that whatever it is he meant by that, I can't wait to find out. I know it's masterful. I know it's all working for my good if he said it is. So I still question myself. I didn't question myself because I knew what I knew in the spirit. I talked to the Lord. I speak to him. But I know that what I knew was I couldn't necessarily... it was too many times I tried to explain this to people and they didn't necessarily understand it in the way that I understood it. So I said to myself, I can't explain this to nobody. And the Lord said, you won't have to. Just be patient and show them, and I'll show them. Just do what I'm asking you to do. Everywhere I went, everything that I did, the Lord told me exactly what was going on. The Lord, he warned me against certain things, but at the same time, he already knew what I was going to do. So he just said, I'll be right there. I prayed for everybody, everywhere I went. I prayed for everything that I did, every person I encountered, I prayed for them because the Lord told me to. And then things took a turn for the worse. I did make mistakes, but I know that it had nothing to do with my mistakes because the Lord told me that. This had everything to do with that spirit who was waiting for me to step away from the Lord for even 1 second. One day I got so fed up because I was being attacked spiritually. All I could hear was negativity. All I was around was negativity, and it was everybody I encountered. I didn't get a break. Anywhere I turned, that person turned against me. Anywhere I went, that person was working with the enemy. The enemy seemed to be using everything and everyone in my life to attack me. So I said to the Lord one day, I said, Lord, I don't get it. And trust me, I didn't just give up. After months and months, and I just said, Lord, I don't get it. All I do is pray to you. All I do is trust in you. I'm doing everything you asked me to do. Lord, why are you allowing them to attack me in this way? As if I'm not your child, as if I am not praying to you every single time I feel attacked. Aren't I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Trusting you and praying to you. Why? The Lord said to me audibly, I heard his voice. He said, you don't know what I'm protecting you from. And I said, well, Lord, protect me from this. And he pretty much said to me, well, I have a plan. I know what I'm doing, and I'm not going to, pretty much he told me I have to get through it. And I said, Lord, I'm going to put the Bible down. I'm putting the Bible down because I feel that if I'm doing all this praying, if I'm doing all this trusting, and I won't turn away from you. I don't want to turn away from you. But it's just not fair that I'm being attacked in this way. And it sounds so silly now. But right when that moment, I really was just so tired of it. Felt like fighting alone. Everybody I knew, everywhere I went, everything I did, everyone was against me. And I didn't know why. And that's exactly when the Lord was like, well, if you do, he pretty much said, you're going to see what happens. You're going to see what happens if you put this Bible down. But now I know that was all according to the Lord's plan. Everything happened exactly how he wanted it to have happened. Even though the Lord came to me and said, do not fight them. Trust me. And I was fighting them in a way where I felt they shouldn't have been in my personal space. They shouldn't have been in my secret place with the Lord. So I tried to fight them out of it. And the Lord said, let them be there. That I let them be there for a reason. I placed them in your secret place for a reason. And all I did was try to fight them out of it. And all I did was argue with them. And the Lord said, don't argue with them. And so now, and so later on, I didn't know what was going on. I started getting attacked way more. But I didn't actually turn away from the Lord. I still prayed to him. I still talked to him. There's no way to turn away from the Lord. I'm in his dwelling. I just don't know it. And if I do know it, I just don't realize it. So I really was just doing a lot of things. And I thought that they were helping when they weren't. And that's when someone told me, I said, I hear a lot of talking around me. I hear a lot of people discussing me. And I wonder what is going on. One day I closed my eyes and I could see clusters and groups of people just discussing me. But they weren't talking to me. They were just talking about me. And I sat there by myself and it felt that my back felt way down heavy on because it was an evil spirit on my back oppressing me. And I just wondered, how come they don't see it? And if they do see it, how come they acting like it's my fault? It was amazing to me because I felt it. And I thought to myself, they have to see this. But they didn't see it. So the Lord came to me one day when I was at my lowest, being oppressed by this evil spirit, all the way down to the ground, my face to the ground at this point. And he said to me, are you at your lowest? And I said, I guess I said, yeah, I don't know. I don't think that I said I was at my lowest. I just necessarily felt like that in a way. But I felt like I could have been lower, but I didn't want to be. I know that I didn't want to be. And the Lord, he said to me, okay, get up and fulfill the prophecy. And I said, this got to be a joke. Mind you, it's millions of voices. There's millions of voices outside of this voice. This is just the closest, loudest one. Also, one day I couldn't get up. And the Lord said to me, it's time. And I said, it's time. And then all you could hear was someone try to advise me. Because, are you sure it's time? Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure this is what's meant to happen? And the Lord said, it's time. I had a vision. I was meditating. I was at peace. I knew what I looked like because the Lord told me what I looked like in the spirit realm. And I knew that I looked like this, but I just necessarily didn't tell people that because I didn't know if they would necessarily believe me. And if they did believe me, I just didn't know how to necessarily tell people that. I didn't want to sound like I was boasting or bragging. And I would be meditating, and what I looked like was I was in all white, very, very beautiful, in a godly form. And I meditated and I floated. And I was in so much peace, and my eyes were closed, but my third eye was wide open. And that's how I looked in the spirit realm. One day I had a vision. I was in my secret place, the world to my left, all white around me, and I meditated at peace. Somebody walked in with a bunch of worldly things, diamonds, designer clothes, and fame and fortune. And to me, I thought, that is just very odd that you are here in this spiritual place with all of these worldly things. To me, it screamed red flag. That was a complete red flag. That is not even, I don't want to say it's demonic, but it is very, very scary. Because in the spirit realm, you are who you are in the spirit. And who you are in the spirit has nothing to do with what you can buy here on earth. So if somebody comes in the spirit realm with things that they bought on earth, that means you're not supposed to be here. And not only are you not supposed to be here, something really bad is about to happen. Because I can't find a better way to explain it than the fact that the Lord is not worldly. Being worldly is a sin. Being carnal is a sin. To bring anything carnal and worldly in God's dwelling is just detrimental to yourself. I wouldn't even say it's disrespectful to him. It's disrespectful to yourself. Is that how you want to look to the Lord? But they showed up in my dwelling, and immediately once I saw them, I said to myself, oh no. They walked up to me, and it was two of them. One of them did not care at all. One of them just was, you can obviously tell the person who decided to come do this to begin with. And the other one was just along for the ride. And the other one said, don't do it. And and one of them laughed and then pushed me. And I fell I fell from my levitation. I was meditating. I fell from my levitation. And once I fell, all the light turned into dark. I crashed down, and for a second I woke back up, and they tried to take me, and I zapped them with my hand, and we all turned into children. Next thing you know, for a split second, all I saw was two crying babies with all the same designer clothes and diamonds and chains and jewelry that they had on, but they were just babies now. It was really weird. But then when I woke up, I knew it was real. A little bit after that, I got taken to this dark place. I was in chains from my neck all the way down to my feet. And it was chairs surrounding me in a circle. But for some reason, I knew there was only 3 of them. I said, and there was somebody behind me, guiding me, speaking for me, and or agitating me, but telling me what to say. And I didn't know what was going on. And I said, it's only 3 of you. And then all the other chairs, the illusion just washed away. And next thing you know, I said to them, there's no reason you should have this authority that you gave yourself. How dare you give yourself this authority when God is the only person who can truly judge anybody? And not to mention, you feel that you are doing the right thing, and in reality, you are just so wrong. How dare you give yourself this authority and be as wrong as you are? And the Lord gave me these words. And they said, they were baffled. They were taken aback that I even talked to them like that. Then 2 of them disappeared, and one of them was left. The one that was left, he had a look on his face that said, it's time. Then I woke up, and next thing you know, everybody was there. Everybody's demeanor was, ooh. And then I said to myself, I had just met with the council. And never in my life have I ever known of a council. Never in my life have I ever been in any type of dealings with anything of that sort. Only thing I've ever known is the Lord. That's when I realized the Lord truly was protecting me from things I have never known. Not too long after that, I actually had a trial with the Lord. Jesus was my lawyer, and the angels defended me. And God heard me. He actually listened to me. He listened to my petitions, and he granted me them. When I woke up, I realized I couldn't have spoken the way I spoke without Jesus giving me the words. The words that they use in heaven, we don't have here on earth. You can't make this up. It's amazing.